Hey there, guys. My name's Gatathi, and we need to talk. There's no music, no editing in this, just me speaking from my mind, and just want to discuss some things I've been seeing and kind of go over something that I made a video about quite a long time ago. I think it's almost been a year, if not, it's been close, regarding streaming and the chat. And I think this is definitely a warranted video that is not just for my chats, this is for any stream chat, in my opinion, as well as just any community in general. Because I made a video a while back talking about essentially how you act in a stream chat, for how it looks for the streamer, how it looks to others, and how it looks for full community. And I know a lot of people back then really liked it. A lot of people listened to it, but it seems like we've gone back to that way, or I guess more negative way lately. I'm not saying that my stream chat's been a lot negative lately. It's just things that I've been seeing cause a little bit of a snowball effect that happens. And I want to cover three things in this video, just talking about how I recommend you act in maybe stream chats, whether it's mine, whether it's some of my friends, other content creators out there, whether it's on YouTube, Twitch, Mixer, any of them. This is just me giving advice, I guess, on just how you should act in probably stream chats, just based on my opinion. Of course, you don't have to listen to me, but the reason I'm making this is because it's just, there's so much like things that happen in a stream chat that, you know, the streamer, of course, like myself and others, we try to take care of, we try to help out as much as possible, and we try to do things for the betterment of the community, to help out, to help our communities grow and feel safe. And that's a big thing with my chat. I want people to feel safe. I want people to feel comfortable talking in chat. I don't want there's any like uncomfortableness or like unease or awkwardness, you know? And I think that's the same with a lot of other streamers out there. The problem, though, that we were running into is the first thing, retracted messages. When a streamer is streaming, you know, there's some people who can say some really messed up stuff, right? There are people who can say the worst things, and it results in a retracted message, whether it's removed by a mod or removed by the streamer itself. However, usually if it's like somebody who doesn't have a profile picture, people who enter in the stream will see that it's somebody who doesn't have a profile picture and usually not think a second thought. They usually think it's a troll or somebody just being mean. Or if they see like a weird-ish profile picture, like a meme or something, that's what they'll usually think, and they'll just move on with their day. However, and this is the big thing, when people see the same person with a bunch of retracted messages and it's a unique profile picture, or it's you know, a bunch of like things in a row that are the same, or it's like spread out differently, like there's retracted messages, that looks really bad on the streamer, because it looks like that the person who's talking, you know, is just either spouting a bunch of random stuff, either they got timed out for some reason for saying a bunch of things. And when new people join the chat and they see a bunch of retracted messages, it kind of gives them some unease. It's like, why are these messages retracted? What was that person saying? What is going on? Now, I use Streamlabs chatbot. And with Streamlabs chatbot, I can actually see every single message. I can see any retracted messages that people post and retract. Even if it just says message retracted, I can see what that is. If somebody says something really, really scary and then retracts it immediately, I still see that. However, to everybody else, they won't see it on the playback until the moment before it gets retracted. So let's say the message was shown for 2 minutes. The message will appear for 2 minutes, and then it will get retracted at that point. It won't be retracted the entire time. However, for new people joining the stream, like I said, they're not going to know what's going on. And when you retract messages, it just looks bad on the streamer and the chat doesn't usually know how to respond. And new people sometimes might feel uneasy talking if they just see a bunch of retracted messages. They don't know if a mod removed all these messages. They don't know if the person themselves did. So if you are somebody who talks in chats, whether it's mine or somebody else's, my best recommendation is, if there's something that you want to say, please say it. But if there's something that you want to say, but you know you're going to immediately regret and want to retract, don't say it. Don't say it. Message me in a DM on Discord. I read my DMs on Discord, or at least for my community, after the stream. Or if there's something imperative that one of my mods needs to let me know, then they'll let me know and be like, hey, can you check DMs real quick on Discord? I'll be like, okay, hold on, guys, 1 second. Go access Discord, and then I'll read it up. If somebody does that and says hi, they lose all Discord privileges. But if there's something serious you want to talk about or something, that's just on your mind, I recommend DMing me directly if you're part of my community, or just, in general. DM the streamer, like, talk about it there. Or if you want chat's input, go ahead. But the moment you retract it, it just doesn't look good, and it just does not let new people, it gives them that uncomfortable feeling. They're just like, what's going on? Why? But that also leads me a little bit to my second point here that I want to go over, which is negativity in streams, or craziness, I guess you can say. And this is not pinning it on anybody. I know there's a few people who are watching this that are part of my community that are like, you're pointing me out, aren't you, Kit? You could just message me. Well, here's the thing. If I even do message you, you're not going to listen. So this is just kind of a whole coat for everybody to know. When you're talking in a chat, my opinion on this is that you should go with what is going on the stream. You can talk about what the streamer's talking about. You can talk about the game that they're playing. If there's something else on the side that's going on that's happening in chat, let's say chat has their own discussion about something else, join in on that. Go ahead. But the moment you start being negative, the moment you start talking about just, mental health issues, emotional issues, so on and so forth, once again, please DM me. I'm open. My DMs are open. I'm always happy to help. I'm always happy to do everything I possibly can, as long as you're willing to listen. That's the key thing, as long as you're willing to listen. But if there's so much awkwardness, there's so much negativity or something in a chat, or there's, like sad faces, or like weird things that like you don't normally see on streams, that can dissuade people from wanting to talk. I've seen a point even in my own chats, and I hate to say this, but I have seen it in my own chats, where one or two people will start getting in a conversation, it goes downhill fast, and everybody in chat is like, what do we do? What? I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. I don't feel safe talking. They back out, and either they leave the stream that time, or they just go to lurking, and they're just like, I don't want to contribute to this. And then while I'm still trying to give commentary and such, chat's dead. And I don't talk about chat being dead. I usually will always stream as if the world is watching. But for others in chat who want to talk, they all of a sudden feel like they can't talk because of that awkwardness. Now, it's not something that should ever be bannable. If somebody's being negative or something, mental health issues, don't ever ban them for that. That's not a good thing to do. Not at all. But just encourage them to be like, hey, reach out to me in a message. I'm sorry, if there's stuff going on that you want to talk about, DM me. I'll get to you as soon as I possibly can. But let's try not to leave it in the stream chat. People want to talk about things, makes it a little bit awkward, and it's just not fun for them. The other thing too is, like, if you're going to lurk because of that awkwardness, don't just say like, oh, I'm gonna lurk, sad face, or something like that, because then that just increases the awkwardness for everybody else. Just say, hey, I'm gonna lurk right now, I'm doing other things. Perfectly fine. There's a lot of people who lurk on my channel. There's a lot of people who are like, yeah, I'm gonna lurk the entire stream. Hi Kit, how's it going? I'm gonna lurk. Perfectly fine. Don't add more than there needs to be at that point. You want to keep the chat a safe and comfortable place for everybody, once again. And yes, the streamer, is trying to make that happen and make a positive atmosphere, right? But chat also has to be on top of that too. People in the community as well. Everyone wants to feel safe talking about things. Everyone wants to feel comfortable. Feel free to talk about whatever you like. Absolutely. I don't mind. We've talked about a bunch of things in my chat before that we just cover and just go down the list. That's perfectly fine. But the moment you start making it either about yourself, the moment you start making it feel awkward for others, that's why in my chats we have a thing saying puppies. Puppies are cute, right? Kittens are cute, right? This insert cute animal here. They're cute, right? That's essentially a tagline of, hey, things are getting awkward. Let's change the subject. The problem is when we do that, that's only for some like really big subjects that not everyone's comfortable with. And I understand that, we move on. But if there's one or two people in chat who are just consistently bringing up the same things, people who are joining in and reading the past chat are like, what is going on with this person? Are they okay? I don't know if I want to be here. And then they back out, and it doesn't help the channel as well, but it also makes the other person who feels that way, the person who feels sad and maybe have that mental depression, that the emotional such. I'm bad with words right now, but it might make them feel even more terrible, and you want to prevent that as much as possible. So Just please keep in mind of what you're saying in chats, whether it's my stream or anyone else's. Please keep in mind of what you're saying, because not only will it affect you and people's perception of you, but it also affects the perception of the streamer itself and their community. If everybody in the community is overly negative and just talking bad about everything, that's a really bad outlook on the streamer. The streamer is the one providing you the content, but the chat and the community also reflect the streamer. So please keep that in mind, everybody. And the last thing I also want to talk about are trolls. Now, on this channel, we have our fair share of trolls. We've had people make 20, 30 accounts, typing the worst things that either, back then I used to grill them and roast them because I like just doing that sort of thing. But, as of late, I want to be the bigger man. I want to be the one who, moves on from that sort of stuff. So I've got to a point where if there's a troll, I'll say hi if they say hi. As soon as they go into trolling land, it's a ban. We don't ever talk about them again. If they keep making accounts, we don't even allude to them. No one in chat should ever allude to them. Not a single person should allude to them. But here's the weird thing too, that the trolls I think need to realize, especially when it comes to streaming, you're helping the streamer by trolling, which is weird, right? It doesn't seem like that's good. But if they're trolling, if they like the stream randomly, if they dislike the stream, if they just show up and talk in chat, that's interaction. And for those channels like myself and others who, want to grow and it's being that suggested bar, right? Like the suggested bar that's on this side there, or down below if you're on mobile, that interaction helps the channel and the algorithm and starts showing up in other people's suggested. You're really helping if you're trolling. Even if you get banned, you're still helping. So, like, if you're making a bunch of accounts, thanks for the views, thanks for the interaction. Hey, I got random, new subs and viewers from that. Thanks for that. I admire your dedication, but I'm not going to allude to you at that point. Happens with everybody else's streams too. Now, there's a few other trolls that have happened on the channel I don't want to get into that definitely do downsides, but I don't want to allude to them to give any people ideas. Other than that, though, chat needs to be more knowledgeable about what they're saying in chat, what they can do to help the streamer, and what they can do to help the community. And I hope with this video that I just, made out the top of my head, this is one take, not edited. Of course, there's no music in the background. It's just me talking to you guys and being awkward in front of the camera. I hope people can realize how it might be to how one person should feel in a stream chat. They should feel safe. They should feel comfortable. They should feel maybe a positive aura from the chat. No one should feel negative. No one should really feel super awkward in a chat. No one should feel attacked in a chat at all. Make the streamers' chats a comfortable place. I'm the one who can, yes, moderate it. I have mods as well that help moderate the chat. But ultimately, it comes down to those in the chat who make the community. They're the ones who either help or hinder a streamer's image. I can do whatever I want to my face. I can do whatever I want to the background. But at the end of the day, not only is it my commentary in the game, but a big chunk of it is also the community. So please, I ask everybody who is either part of my channel, part of my friends' channels, part of channels I've never even heard of before, please do your best to make a chat of a streamer or a content creator a positive place, a comfortable place. Please be mindful of what you say and how it can even affect either those perceptions around you, of how they perceive you, how they perceive the streamer, how they perceive the community. Please, please, please be mindful of that. Other than that, I thank you guys so much for listening to me rant for however many minutes. My name is Katafi. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, and or evening. Take care, everybody.